what I already knew about narcissism and what my current situation in that what I'm going through with my narcissistic family in regards to the forgery. I already knew there was no talking to narcissist, that no contact must be maintained at all times. But if you've watched one of my latest videos, Gaslighting Mother Lying on Phone, which was where I confronted my mother about this, and I basically have her, not basically, I have them red-handed. I have them caught red-handed. And even in the face of irrefutable evidence, even in the face of written, irrefutable evidence, you can't argue with it. There is no reasoning. There's no explaining your way out of this. When it's all said and done, it comes down to, yeah, you're crazy. And that's the way it's always been. Yeah. Brush your feelings aside. You're crazy. You're out of your mind. So nobody should ever listen to you. So why would you deal with these people? Why would you talk to these people? And the latest phone call with my mother, as I did with phone call with narcissistic mother, I did a breakdown. I'm about to break down this phone call. And you could see for yourself how many tactic changes, excuses, manipulations there are before we get to finally, yeah, you're crazy, and right back on the attack. And this is only a 5-minute phone call. So here we go. Sorry if the audio doesn't come out so great. So I'm kind of winging it here. Number one, she saw it because I had sent her a picture of the document I had. She said she saw it. Tactic one is right off the bat to say it's my signature somehow. How I could assign something on May the 24th of 2015. Well, let's see. Could I have signed it on May the 24th of 2015? How the date? Where would I have signed all the letters? Mother, listen. Mother, that's Daddy's signature. It's signed by somebody left-handed. So you throw. Number two, Daddy didn't sign it. And if you listen to the end, Daddy doesn't know how to. And I cut her off. Just like Precious said, Daddy doesn't know how to make multiple accounts and attack my Facebook page and my YouTube page. See, this is the tactic that the narcissist enabler uses, okay, to protect the lie. See, now my father, he doesn't even know how to sign your name. Ridiculous. We're in 30 seconds into my mother on the phone. We're already up to two different tactics in 30 seconds. So you're throwing Kerry under the bus? Is that what you're saying? Mother. I don't know who it was. How did it get signed? Because if my father didn't sign it, the only other person's name on the other document was my ex-wife. So if she's saying my father didn't sign it, she doesn't know who it is. So now she's trying to throw my ex-wife under the bus. Narcissists will throw their enablers under the bus, golden children and enablers, like that. You think you're protecting them? You're protecting them for so long as they need you. Okay? The second they have the opportunity to then throw you under the bus, golden child, flying monkeys, and enablers, they're going to do it at the drop of a dime, as you've just witnessed. That's Daddy's B, that's Daddy's S, that's Daddy's H. Okay?
Everything goes to the right as if it's written by somebody left-handed. Okay? I know Daddy's signature. This is obviously Daddy's signature. If you try to lie to the police on this, you will get arrested too. If you try to lie to the police on this, go ahead.
What is the whole purpose of that? So after she actually sat silent, realizing, I know what I'm talking about here. I know it's my father's signature. I understand handwriting analysis. We are up to tactic 4. Well, what's the point? Well, wait a minute. Well, what's the point? You're saying you don't know anything about it. So now it's what the point? Like, wouldn't you want to find out? Like, what the point? But now it's, well, what's the point anyway? Why do you care? We're up to tactic number 4, okay, and we are 1:07 into her talking. 4 tactics thus far. Moving on. Again, she wasn't involved. Don't come at me at this, okay? And they said they didn't sign either. So it's a mystery. So that is tactic 5 and 6. I'm not involved. They said, they told me that they're not involved, okay? Do you see how the narcissist is protecting themselves? So even if it is proven, which I basically just did, because I understand handwriting analysis and my father's handwriting, okay, the narcissist will not only throw the enabler under the bus, okay, the golden child, but they'll throw their fellow narcissist under the bus. Their partner in crime will go right under the bus because my mother's already 1:17 in again, trying to protect her own ass. Isn't she? Isn't she? The narcissist is going to eat themselves and everybody around them eventually if you give them time. Moving on.
No, wait, no. And I've told you for years they've been lying to you. For years. And you've been allowing yourself to be manipulated to throw me under the bus. It is important.
Back to it's not important again. It's not important that your name was forged. It's not important that you haven't talked to your... It's not important because it's happening to you, black sheep. It's happening to you. Do you almost hear the pleading in her voice? Like, why don't you understand your lot in life? Why don't you understand that the rules that apply to everyone else don't apply to you? That's like... It's only in her own mind. I think she's thinking, like, why doesn't he understand this? And why is he trying to make me admit that this exists? Like, not only does this exist, but I don't have to admit it exists, and I get to shove it in his face. The whole structure of their narcissism at this point is crumbling around them. And you're seeing what'll happen when you truly do have a narcissist pinned. They will use any tactic and throw anybody under the bus if it benefits them.
It is absolutely important. No, I'm not. What?
Do I want that mortgage? Because I'm going to get it now. So now it's almost like, well, we're doing you a favor. We're helping you. You're hurting yourself now. After the last 6 tactics of her not knowing anything about it, now it's, well, you know enough about it now to think it's the best in my best interest. Something you apparently just found out about when I called you, but yet you already know that you are suggesting to me that this is in my best interest. Okay, what is that? Tactic number 8. This is really in my best interest. Aggressively, she says it at that. Again, this is from a person who says she don't know, they didn't tell her anything, she don't know anything, but she knows it's what's in my best interest. This is what the narcissist will do. Okay, and we are a minute and 42 into me talking to her, okay, and she has changed tactics 8 times. 8 times.
What's gonna happen is, no.
Let it go. What does that mean? How many times have we heard you just let it go? Because at the end of the day, that's what the narcissist wants. We want it to let it go so they can go back being the narcissist they are. Let it go. It's not important. Again, from a person who supposedly doesn't know anything about this, okay, and I'm just supposed to let it go. Let it go. Doesn't matter you haven't spoken to your children. Doesn't matter we've been alienating you. Doesn't matter we've been telling lies about you. It doesn't matter. You should have just let it go. You're not allowed to fight back.
No, you're not going to sign my name to things. You're not. I'm being a.
Now you're a jerk. Now you start getting into the personal attacks. When they're tacted, when the other eight story changes haven't worked, now we're starting to dabble back into the personal attacks. Now I'm a jerk because I don't want my name signed on anything I haven't read. I don't want my name forged. I don't want my daughter used as a football to be passed back and forth to be held over my head. But again, I'm the jerk. I'm the jerk. This is 8 different stories so far in a minute 54. Number 9 is I'm a jerk now. Now I'm a jerk. I said this in a comment before. This is a 6-minute clinic in narcissism, this phone call. The first one I had with my mother was a great intro piece. This is the whole breakdown of how a narcissist fights and how a narcissist survives and what a narcissist will do to anybody and anyone who interacts with them.
I'm being a jerk. I haven't been able to talk to my daughter. This has all been a manipulation to keep Erin away from me. This is why this happened. Period. And it is absolutely a manipulation, like it's always been. Taking liberties with me and my information, as always, which is what I told you yesterday, my YouTube channel has always been about. And you've just proven it in writing. You signed mortgage paperwork in my name. In my mortgage agreement in my name. Not that, not that I wouldn't. I want to see my kid.
Don't you want this done? See, notice when you do catch them, they will sit quiet when they have nothing to say. And she reverted back again, don't you just want it done? No. She had nothing to say about the manipulation. She said, oh, it wasn't a manipulation. I'm like, oh, yeah, it is, because that's why the whole thing happened to begin with. This wouldn't have happened if my daughter wasn't being manipulated to stay away from me. Bottom line. That's the reason all this happened. Okay, so they don't have to come to me, and you're going to hear it now in this next line. Okay? Basically, it's all going to be validated. Watch.
I want to see my daughter. No.
I want to see my daughter. And she says, so you're holding this over our heads. Now the narcissist is the victim. Now I'm the bad guy, you see, because now I'm holding something over their heads. I didn't hold anything over their heads. I didn't say anything. I wasn't even given the opportunity to do so. This is me finding out this paperwork, okay, was signed, okay? And my first call here to my mother. And she immediately goes to, you're holding us over our head. Well, I haven't talked to anybody about this. So how could I hold anything over anybody's head? Or could it just be the narcissist projecting? The narcissist is always going to tell you what they're up to, what they're thinking, by what they accuse you of doing. If they're saying you're holding something over your head, they're the ones holding something over their head. Or they're thinking, that's what I would do if I was in your position, because that's how the narcissist thinks. Holding this, after all I've been through these last 4 years, 5 years, with being alienated to my daughter from my child. This narcissistic bitch has the audacity to accuse me of holding something over their head. And who's they? You're not her mother. You're not her father. Neither is my father. Neither is her grandfather, her father. But notice the entitlement with the we and the who's we? This just should be between me and my ex-wife. But as I've been saying on a lot of my videos and a lot of my channels it's about the lack of boundaries. The narcissism about the lack of boundaries, the lack of respect, the lack of respect for you, your social security number, your children, your decisions, any of it. You are seeing it here in this video right now.
You've been holding my daughter over my head. No, why would she be out on the street?
Right to the guilt. My daughter's going to be out on the street now. I've already talked about it. That ain't going to happen. Why would it happen? You're so concerned about my child, okay? And it's not like my ex-wife doesn't have an outstanding job. She does. She does. Out on the street. So my daughter is going to be sleeping on the street instead of coming to her dad, first of all, who has a home, okay? She'll be out on the street instead of coming to her dad. But the grandmother is going to let her stay out on the street. Really? Really? But you care about my kid.
Ma, I'll get custody of her. I'll get custody of her. Yeah, way. I'm the father. I have no restrictions on me other than what you people hiding her from me. You have left me no other alternative. None. You wanted to play games, keep my kid away from me, brainwash her, and then you do this? After I've been warning you for years, don't sign my fucking name to anything, and he does it on May the 24th of 2015. He's called Macy's credit in the past with me. He's done other things in my name, under my social security number. No. No. I am a grown man who's to be respected, but I was never to be respected in that house. I was always a piece of shit to be used. Not anymore.
Yeah. How many times have you heard, yeah. I mean, at that point, it was caught. She was done. She knew it. That's why she sat there. And I put the cherry on top with, this is how it's always been throughout my life, and that's why this happened. Yeah. The yeahs drive us insane, and they know it. And that's why most of us become introverts are in the position we are in. Okay? Because even with written documentation, okay, at the end of the day, it's yeah. And, you know, the capper's coming up.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
And now we're right back. You see the switch. You can't even get a job. She doesn't know what I'm doing, okay? She have no idea what I'm doing, what's going on. It drives them fucking insane. It drives them literally insane. Okay? So now you're going to see the full-on attack where the narcissist realizes now they are cornered, they are pinned, they are caught, and they could potentially be in a lot of trouble. Okay? And when all else has failed, okay, the guilt, the reassigning of blame, the blame shifting of other people, okay, I'm really looking out for you, this is in your best interest, to the let it go, to the yeah. And when all of that fails, this is what you're going to end up getting in the end.
Don't worry about getting a job. Okay, getting a job is immaterial to forgery on bank paperwork. It's immaterial to forgery on bank paperwork. This is a forgery. He forged my name on a loan agreement. Are you serious? Are you serious? I can't believe, and I warned Terry about you people, that this was going to happen, that they would drag her into something she couldn't get out of, which is why I cut off contact with you, because there's no talking to you people when in regards to me. You could do and say whatever you want to me since I was a kid. No more. I'm not crazy.
You're crazy. See, that was another long break in talking to my mother because she knew everything I was saying was 100% accurate. 100% accurate. And then when you cap it off, what is it? You're just crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Doesn't matter I have the signatures right here. Doesn't matter I've lived with them I've been around them for 42 years and know them like the back of my hand at this point. Doesn't matter. You're crazy. You're crazy. And that's the end, basically the end there, because then the phone rings and Woodridge Police is calling in. But that's the end result of dealing with a narcissist. Yeah. You're crazy. It doesn't matter what proof you have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end, you're going to be crazy anyway. They're never going to admit it, and they're never going to get any better. She has done, and so let's just recap, okay? Because I did write them down. She went from it's my signature to my father didn't sign it. She don't know who. She don't know who it was. What's the point? She wasn't involved. They didn't sign it. It's not important. You don't want that mortgage anyway. Just let it go. I'm being a jerk. Don't you want it done again? You're holding this over our heads. My kid will be out on the street, okay? I'll never get custody of her because I don't have a job, okay? And then finally, yeah, you're crazy. That's 15 different tactics in 5 minutes. And you think that you can get there, there's help for these people. You think you can talk to these people. You think you'll change these people. In this phone call, she threw everybody under the bus. She threw my ex-wife under, she threw my daughter under, and then she even threw my father under the bus. They will throw anybody and anything under the bus if it'll get their ass out of the meat grinder or benefit them in some way. You've just seen it. You've just seen it. So I want to thank everybody again who's helped on the GoFundMe. It's been absolutely outstanding. It's grown faster than I could have imagined, but I really do need to get this done, and this needs to happen because I've listened to this video, I don't know, 20, 30 times, and I pick up something different every damn time. Every damn time. And this is what I've been talking about with the narcissist rabbit holes. They're changing tactics. You're not allowed to fight back. About enablers, about gaslighters, about flying monkeys. This has all of it wrapped into one. And this is what my child has to be around. And this is what my child has to deal with. And no more. No more. So again, if you can help and donate to my GoFundMe, it would be greatly appreciated. If not, please share the link anywhere you can. The more education on this, the more people see it. I can't tell you how many awesome donations I've gotten and stories from people who are going through the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Mostly men, some women too. Some women too. You know, narcissism has no gender bias. Goes either way. So the link to the GoFundMe will be in the drop-down box. I'll also put the link to the original Gaslighting Mother on Phone in the description box. Please click those links. Please share the GoFundMe and help if you can. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again real soon. Thanks. Bye.